Speaking about brilliant superintendents, look who's on our computer screen. It's Kenneth Gutman, the superintendent, Walled Lake Consolidated Schools. Superintendent Gutman, thank you for joining us again right here on the Megacast.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me on again.
All right. Well, the show and the broadcast has gotten bigger. So we now are on WBFH 88.1. I'm working on growing across Oakland County so we can reach more people. And let me thank you too and everyone in Walled Lake. You have a social media thing going on there that's crazy because so many people were with us last week when you were with us. So good job by everybody in Walled Lake to get the word out. And we really appreciate you being back with us and being our Facebook partner again today.
Oh, thank you. It's our pleasure to be a part of this. And certainly we appreciate our community relations department for their social media presence as well.
So, Superintendent Gutman, when I talked to Patrick Watson in Bloomfield Hills yesterday, he was pretty straight. And I heard the governor on Paul W. Smith's show today. I don't think there's any question that, it hasn't been officially said, but I don't think there's a lot of mystery about what's going to be happening with the balance of the school year. Your thoughts?
It's coming. I mean, I think it's a foregone conclusion that we'll be canceling the school year. I think we're just waiting for the announcement. And it is obviously, I hate to banter, we use the word unprecedented. It seems like it's so overused, but it is. And at the same time, although it's not ideal because you can't replace a face-to-face classroom teacher, we're going to make the best of it in Walled Lake and around Oakland County. I'm sure Pat shared the same thing. We're going to take care of our kids the best we can virtually. And so although I believe it's an eventuality, we're preparing for it. We've been working on it for a while now, just in case.
And I think of the pillars of our community here, especially in the bedroom communities that we broadcast to. West Bloomfield, Bloomfield Hills, Walled Lake, your area, and Waterford and beyond. Primarily, I mean, we have some commerce in our communities, but primarily we are places where people go to after they're done with work. And so when you think about what's there and the pillars and the resources that are there to support the people that are tuning in right now, hospitals, police, fire, first responders, and schools. So it's got to be kind of an awesome responsibility for you.
It's not one we take lightly, obviously, and it's one we take seriously every day when we're face-to-face with students. This just makes our challenge even greater because what we worry about the most are students who are most vulnerable, the students who may not have technology or access to technology in spite of our efforts to get them Chromebooks and other types of resources, our students who are living in poverty, our students who struggle. We have to work even harder to reach them, and I worry a great deal about them. We take that very seriously.
Ken Gutman joining us, the superintendent of Walled Lake Consolidated School District. So not everybody was with us when we got together last time. Why don't you run down what your school district is doing, and you can talk about the other districts around you. I know your superintendents are all keeping in touch with each other to work together. What are the services that schools, be it Walled Lake, West Bloomfield, Bloomfield Hills, any of the others, are offering right now to help get us through this very difficult time?
Thank you. And that just gives me an opportunity to once again talk about how proud I am of our community and our parents and our staff, our students who are working online. Our staff stepped up right away. We turned this around in a weekend, and all of a sudden they're doing WebExes and other forms of online learning with students and Zoom meetings and Google Classroom. So we're providing instruction to all of our students, albeit not the best instruction that we would provide face-to-face. But pretty good stuff. And from what I'm seeing from our teachers, it's pretty incredible. We're also stepping up and providing meals. Yesterday alone, we provided almost 13,000 meals to anyone who age 18 or younger whose parents or they came up to get food. So we were giving 2 meals a day, 7 days a week. And again, almost 13,000 meals yesterday. We distributed technology, almost 11,000 Chromebooks to parents or 1,100, I apologize. And so we're doing our best to try to create an environment where people feel safe, where there's virtual learning, because we also know that learning doesn't happen unless you feel safe. And so certainly we worry about a lot of our kids. We worry about staff members and community members who are struggling, who may have lost their jobs, who may not have food. So we're going to step up and continue to do whatever we can to provide the kind of environment where our students can continue to learn and grow in spite of difficult times.
Well, it is a difficult time, Ken Gutman, Superintendent, Walled Lake Schools, and it is amazing. You say 13,000 meals. I know you're not checking a driver's license or an ID, and you don't really care if someone is a enrolled student in your district. If somebody's hungry, you and the other schools we've heard from in our area are giving them a helping hand no matter what, right?
That's right. We're going to feed anyone 18 and younger. We're going to make sure they have meals, and that's just a big community effort, and we're all in this together.
Well, no question about it. Ken Gutman, our guest, he is the superintendent, Walled Lake Consolidated Schools. If you're tuning in, my name is Dave Scott here at Civic Center TV, and in our Lakes FM radio studio today, because that's where all the gear is, Tyler Keefe over there, 6 feet away on the other side of the radio studio. Always. Tyler, good to have you with us again today, and we want to thank you for tuning in on the radio, Lakes FM, the Biff, 88.1, WBFH, the Biff, covering even more area together, and on CivicCenterTV.com and all of our other assets. We really appreciate you being with us. Ken Gutman, so this is an evolving situation, no question about it. We first looked at it, we thought, yeah, okay, this is going to hit us. And now we find, and looking at this map that Oakland County put up today, I could show it to people real quick. I mean, you can go to this interactive map, put your zip code in, and see exactly how many cases there are. In fact, Ken, let's do that real quick. What's the zip code in Walled Lake where you are, very close to you?
48390.
48390. I love that we can do this. So, and people are seeing that on TV. So I brought 48390. You have 12 reported cases in your zip code, 23,000 people. You're in an area that in our region has not been hit quite as hard. Southfield, Oak Park, parts of West Bloomfield, much worse shape. But that, even that being said, as we come back to you, Ken, even that being said, this is getting more and more complicated, and we talked to the fire chiefs and first responders yesterday, and they said, well, we'll be able to respond, but the hospitals are filling up. Caretakers are getting sick. It's going to get harder for us to do the things that we're doing right now. Can I have your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. And please know we're in 9 different municipalities. I just gave you one. So we do know people, obviously, who are affected with coronavirus, who are suffering. I will tell you that our relationship with our first responders has been tremendous. And I think of people like Chief Patton and others and think we're really fortunate to be in a community like this where people are stepping up and really working hard to take care of our kids. Paul Shakinis in Walled Lake, Dave Malloy in Novi, all these police chiefs and others and fire chiefs, they're really out there taking care of communities and kids at their own peril. And we couldn't be more indebted to them. They're great community partners and they care deeply.
Well, I agree, and we're all doing everything we can. How are you doing, your family, and the employees at the school district right now?
Thank you. Yes. Well, my family's healthy. We're all enjoying living together, and we'll continue to do so, I'm sure. We do know that there are parents and staff members throughout our community who are not feeling well, and so we certainly hope that they continue to be healthy. We also know others are doing well. This is a time when we can all be looking out for each other and show the kind of community, and we're doing that, the kind of communities that we are around us. We're in a really special place, and we'll get through this.
Well, no question about it. Ken, I know you're busy. We're going to let you go. Thank you so much for participating with us again today. Your Facebook audience is huge. Your social media network is awesome, and we appreciate you helping to spread the word. We're going to continue to count on you for that. And anything else that you think would be helpful for the community to know before we say so long?
But we just couldn't be more appreciative of the community in which we live and work. And we certainly appreciate what you're doing right now, sharing great thoughts with all of us. And so whatever you need, I'll be happy to come back on with you and bring others with me.
All right. Well, I appreciate that. I have a favor I need to ask you, but I'm going to ask you off the air. I don't want to put you on the spot on the air, but I'll call you after we get done with the Megacast today. Is that all right?
Sounds good.
All right. Very good. What a great guy, doing a great job for the community. One of our fine superintendents in our area. That is Ken Gutman, Superintendent, Walled Lake Community Schools.